Hello! Hanjay, hello! How are you? ah! Ah! Trick or treat! No! Thank you, Hope, for the resub. But it's nice seeing you guys. Ah! Happy Halloween. Well, happy Hallows Eve, I should say. It's the day before Halloween. Right? How are you doing on this fine Sunday? I am doing well. I'm recovering from the thing of con. I grabbed a lot of stuff and I'm quite happy. And I'm pretty tired. But that is the whole point of cons. I don't like usually go for the like the panels or anything. I mean, if a panel interests me, I'll go, but I think in terms of like the main reason why I usually go, and I have my reverb on, there we go. And the main reason I usually go is for the artist alley. So yeah. That's what I mainly go for. Yes, it was quite a haul. I'm gonna be honest, it was a lot to carry. I had a bag with me, but I filled the bag up. Like, I had a full-blown backpack with me when I went. That second day. The first day, obviously, I was just getting my stuff for the con. Because there's not usually anything that goes on the first day. Also, yep, cons are a direct pipeline into my wallet to siphon my funds and reward me with waifu merch. Ah! Thank you, Zayo, for the resub for 3 months. But happy almost spook day, everybody. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh my god. Okay. I see. I understand. Actually, 1 second. I have to help my mom with something. She's here and she's about to scream.
you doing up there? You're not supposed to be in the attic. It's forbidden.
Don't be a chicken, Molly.
Okay.
Check out what I found.
What is it?
Do you think we can open it?
No, Charlie, we're not allowed in here.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for waiting. I'm so sorry about that. But, yes. Thank you for the welcome back. Hey! So, I guess I should start talking about the first day of con. First day of con was absolutely terrible. It was pretty bad. Normally, I don't think it's that bad, but it was a great day. First day was horrible. What are you talking about? Anno, you were there. Shut up. So, my first day of con essentially was me arriving at the venue, and seeing this long line wrapped around the whole, like, building. Essentially, like, because it was part of the hotel, so, like, it was just wrapped around on that second floor of the hotel. So, and then it snaked around. So, like, it was pretty bad. To the point where I essentially just looked at my friend and I knew this was gonna be a shit show. So we get in line. Well, we get into the line thinking that it's a line. It's not a line. We asked the convention volunteer crew members, like, oh well, where's the line start for like pre-reg? Because my friend and I bought pre-reg badges, and that was the line for pre-registration. The registration line was significantly shorter than, like, the pre-reg line, right? And so, the line was so long. Hi, Lamb, I'm doing chores, but I wanted to stop in and say hi. Hi, Lenora! Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming. Anyways. But, like, my friend and I walk up to the crew member. We're still talking to this man, asking, like, oh, well, how long do you think the line's gonna be? And he was like, well, we kind of cut off the line to get to the... So, it was a cutoff to the line for the line to get to registration. Like, so it was a line for a line for a line to get your pre-registration badge, right? And at that time, it was like, I think we got there at like 6 or something, 6 or 5:30. And they cut off the line, and my friend, I don't know why, but she thought when they said like cut off, it means like, I have no idea what she means, what she thought, but essentially the line was like cut off for good, right? Because it was actually posing like a fire hazard for the fire marshal, because like some of the walkways were like blocked. And so my friend's like, oh, maybe you, like, is it okay if we can line up for the line? And I'm sitting there in my mind, I'm just like, girl, they said it's cut off. Cut off is cut off. And the crew member is just like, I mean, you could try. But, like, I think it's better for you guys to just go back to the car and, like, wait it out, right? And my friend's like, oh, let's just try it, right? Let's just try. And I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna sit here and look like I'm not gonna stand there for God knows how long. I estimated like the line probably would have been like maybe like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Because it wasn't really moving, I'll be honest. Like, it was pretty standstill. And like, there was like loud music and all this stuff. And like, people were partying down in the floor below. Which I honestly don't really mind. It's just that I'm a lot more introverted than I like present myself online. It's a lot easier to like talk to you guys because it feels like I'm talking to you guys one-on-one. I'm better at conversating like one-on-one, but if I'm in the presence of like 4 or more people, I start like not being able to like hold a conversation very well. Like I'll stick to one person instead of talking to like multiple people. Same in like the presence of like parties. I start shutting down because I don't really like parties. I'm not a party person. But that being said, they were throwing it back. They were throwing it back real hard. People got smooths. There was an Among Us character, like somebody like dressed up in like a full Among Us suit. And like they were dancing in the middle of like the party, and honestly, they got smooths. They got smooth, man. But it was very fun. Yeah. They were throwing it back real hard. And then what else? We went back to the car. We waited about an hour. About an hour of just like sitting in the car, just thinking about our plans and our plans for the rest of the week. And I call Enno because Enno was there. Unironically, Enno was there. This wasn't planned, but we ended up just going together, kind of. Not really. The plans just lined up. But Enno and I, we're chilling. Well, Enno was chilling in the hotel, and I was in the car parking lot in about like maybe like a 5-minute walk away from the actual building. And I call them. I'm just like, hey, there's a big ass line. Are you in the building right now? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, can you scout like how big that line is now? Because it was about like, I think 7:30 by the time I had like, by the time we all like just got settled into the car and all that stuff, and we chilled there for about like 30-ish minutes, 20, like an hour or so. Because we got back to the car at like 6-ish, 6:30-ish. So it'd been the whole hour. Yeah, no. So basically, Enno was like, yeah, the line's really short now, so like, I think you guys are okay to come in. Ah yes, my mother barged into my room to ask about mayo. I'm sorry. But, yeah, my mom's not a condiments person, so she was asking about, like, what mayo she should be using when we have, like, 3 bottles of different types of mayo. so she was very confused and didn't know what to do. But Enno, checks out the line for us, right? And asks the crew members, like, hey, is the line, like, start here? And they're like, yeah, the line is pretty short. So I think, like, it's pretty good. And then I'm thinking, oh, it's it's fine. So we start walking back to the building, and then walk up the stairs to go check out the line, because that's where the line starts, right? Around like the stairs area. And honestly, Enna was lied to, and also didn't check behind them to see the line. So I was grieved. Hello, Esther. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for dropping by the Mayo Inquiry. But yeah, like, the line had not died down. The line had actually gotten worse. So, it probably ended up being like, maybe like a 2.5 hour line. Because it snaked. Instead of it being like straight, it started to snake really badly. So like the main hallway where everybody is just like about to line up, it just like in a cube, it just snaked around. And I don't know if I can show you guys because I don't have any way to really show you besides like drawing a really ugly like diagram. Or maybe I can just show you guys the really ugly diagram. What up? Alright. So let me just temporarily show you guys what this thing looked like. Right, so basically, if we're just talking about like the line itself, this is oh god. This is kind of like the main area. And then you have like stairs that come down this way. And then there are like hallways that look like this, because it basically is like a big octagon, like the whole area. So this is stairs. Well, maybe I should make this bigger. Oopsies. Yes, you guys get the whole MS Paint story, because this is a doozy. I am drawing the main lobby! This is the main lobby, right? So then, like, the hallway snakes this way. Then this way. Oh. Then, like, this way, and then this way. And then it just kind of, like, wraps itself around, you know? And so, like, this whole, like, line is... Oh, wait. Then it opens up to the big area over here, where all the registration booths are, which is like farther away from this actual spot. It's yeah, so you guys are getting the whole MS Paint story, because life is great for me. I think it went like this. Yeah, it just kind of like wrapped itself around essentially anyways. But this whole area this whole like area over here was like a giant like party. So there was like alcoholic drink stands, and there was like small little places that you could sit. and stuff, and like in the middle of this whole area is like a dance floor. Like people like are having there's a huge speaker set over here and stuff. There's not a stage, but like people are just like crowding around in this one specific area because yes, party. Like it was about, I think the circle was about this big, if not a little bit bigger. So they were going for it, right? And in the middle of all this line, and I'm gonna highlight it in green, this blue. Yeah, just enough to cover the elevator pillars, which is, elevator pillars were like right here. But like the line itself got cut off right here at this specific point. Got cut off right here at this very specific point right here. So that it wasn't gonna block the way that this, like, people coming up from the stairs and stuff would be, like, going this way, or, like, going this way and stuff. Right? Mind you, there are pillars in the middle of this section, like, right about here? Like, there's at least, like, 2 or 3 pillars. I think there was at least 4 pillars, and then the bathrooms were right about here, I would say. So, bathroom here. Bathrooms were here, right? So, the line was cut off by the sign, by a crew member who was holding a sign, and so the whole thing just wrapped this way, all the way here, and then all the way around. And then back this way, back this way, back this way, right? And you would think that'd be the end of it. No. The rest of the line did this. And then it wrapped this way, and then the last one was right here. So you were cut off here, cut off here, cut off here, cut off here, and then the line to actually get to pre-reg was like this. Actually, I think it was more like, so here, this was the information booth or whatnot. And then, like, this entire area was for registration. Just regular registration. Regular registration line. Pre-reg was about this much, people? This much? It was about this big. Right? And then it just continued to snake. So you think that it'd be over, but no. So you got cut off here, and then there's a cut off here, but then the line went like this, then back around, then right here, then right here, then right here, then right here, right here, right here, right here, and then you finally were able to get your badge. Right here. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. There you go. That's where the line finally, like, you could actually get your stuff. Because there were other booths ahead. But it, like, you know, wrapped all the way around and stuff. And then, like, there was, like, maybe, like, 2-3 people. Maybe there was, like, 3 stands with 2 people each that were handing out pre-registration badges. Sounds like a pain, Peko? It was a pain. I stood there. I was so mad. I stood there for 2 hours and 30 minutes to get through this whole thing. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I think it was 2 hours and 30 minutes just for this whole, like, section right here. So like this section right here, and like going around the whole thing took me 2 hours and 30 minutes. So by the time that we got our badge, it was like maybe like 3 hours. So by the time I got here, yeah, 3 hours. Probably. But yeah, that was my con experience for day 1. D1. Day 1 of con. Terrible. Luckily, I dressed comfortably, and I was not in cosplay, because there's nothing to do on day 1. Unless you're like a panels person. That was my first hour, 2, 3 hours in the con. And then the last amount of time I spent was like, I think, oh, I was watching people karaoke in one of the panel rooms. And the music was louder than like the mics, so I couldn't really hear them. Which was fine. I'm not gonna complain. I guess it's for the better, huh? For the better. But yeah, my friend went on to like read in the manga panel booth library area, which is like a space for like just for like it's a quiet space for you to just wind down and like read and stuff. And yeah, my friend went to go do that, and I dragged Enno with me to the karaoke because I needed mental support because I was very close to just losing my sanity. My brain was very close to snapping. The single string that I had left that was hanging on by a thread. But besides that, I think for the most part, day 1 was pretty good. I had a decent amount of fun just watching other people have fun. I don't know about other people, but I find like a lot of joy watching other people having a lot of fun. It's just the sad part is that I personally just cannot be in like spaces like that because I get tired from all the stimulation. But day 1 was pretty good. I had a lot of fun. What else? What else is there to talk about for the D1 of con? Day 1 of con. We're on topic of talking about day 2 of con now. Day 2 of con was a lot. Well, and to be fair, your day 2 of con was very much like a you just went ahead and got shit faced. So like, I don't know what you were expecting. So you just went ahead and just like got yourself shit faced. And that's all I have to say. Big blur. But for me, my day 2 started off really rough. I should say. Like, it wasn't terrible, I would say, but my friend who was the one that decided to plan all of this, right? She decided to come up with a plan, so I just let her do it. Normally, I'm the one who does all the planning because I just prefer being in charge of all the planning, I guess. I'm more organized out of the both of us. So, she decided to plan for today. I love her to death, by the way. I'm not like slandering her or anything. I love her. I would die for her. She's my ride or die. She's my best friend for a reason. But your best friends can always be a pain in the ass sometimes, and that's just their toxic trait. That's just the negative parts of their personality, but I love her either way. But like essentially we plan to like get there by like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. or at least 12 because I had things prior. No, I was up at like 8 just to get ready and all that stuff because it was Friday. And we planned to meet up at her place so that we could carpool. And she's the one that would be driving. So it was like I was rushing to get ready. So I got ready at like 9:30, left the house, got there at like 10. She still isn't there. I call her, and she just finished showering. She just finished showering at her house. And it's already 10. We were supposed to meet up at that place at 10. But she wasn't there. And so I waited for her. And she got there around like 10:40-ish. Right? And I'm in full-blown like cosplay and stuff. And so lack of planning on her end, but we ended up getting there anyway. Right? We have our badges and all that stuff. And like I'm just like, oh, I guess we're gonna go to the artist alley because that's the only thing that we're here for in the first place, right? That's what we're there for. Dealer's room and artist alley. We're big fanatics of those places. I had already scanned the night before all like the panels for like the whole week. And there wasn't anything really interesting that I was 100% gonna go for because I'm gonna be honest, some of those panels were too niche for me to like get into, or like I just didn't care about them. I actually completely forgot that I was gonna go to the tabletop RPG or the tabletop place because like there was so much going on, but I did want to go to the tabletop and gaming section because I like watching like other people play board games and stuff. But went straight into the dealer's room, artist alley, and the plan is to just scope around and see what we like. We had already scoped around in terms of like online, but sometimes cons will last minute like switch up artists, or like they just like won't tell the artist until like a month or like a week or two before the con starts. And so there's always some people missing and stuff. So we scanned the artist alley online first to see if there was anybody that we wanted to see in particular, like very like #1 places that we would want to go to and all that stuff. And my friend had told me that they had updated the list, and I just said I'm not gonna read that list anymore because I checked it once. I'm just gonna be surprised by who's there at that point. And because this con is slowly outgrowing itself, it was a lot more packed than normal. Like, we're not used to that con in particular being very packed, but they're slowly outgrowing their venue. So it was kind of hard to like walk around in the artist alley without like accidentally like hitting somebody. So my friend and I, we were holding hands, you know, making sure that we wouldn't get lost because I am not tall by any means. And so I am like the #1 victim of always getting hit by somebody in like convention hallways or like any like festivals, I always get hit by somebody because I'm just that short. But we're holding hands to make sure that we don't get lost, and she's walking slowly as just to like scan through like all the artist booths and stuff. She's eyeballing them, and everyone browses at their own speed, right? So I just decided to ditch her. Because we didn't make any promises to like stick together or anything. Because that's the number one thing to get to like expect when you go to convention, right? You just expect to like get ditched by the person that you went with, because that's the whole point. Like everyone enjoys like the con at their own pace, so dragging somebody around is not fun. But this is something like everybody knows whenever they go into a con, right? You should just expect to not be with like that person that you asked to go with for like the whole entire time. Like, of course you'll meet up and like eat together and all that stuff later, but like when you're at the artist alley and like the dealers rooms, most of the time you don't go with another person. It's just so much easier and more efficient to walk by yourself. So her and I, knowing this, split our ways, and I'm just running, plowing through these people. Not really plowing through, but walking through these people, and checking out all these booths and stuff. Checking out all these booths and stuff, right? And I get like halfway through, maybe 3 rows into the artist alley, and I've already filled like my bag up, right? So at this point, I'm kind of like mid-maxing like my storage situation, my inventory. My backpack was very full, but I put stuff inside of other things and made sure that they fit and wouldn't bend my posters. And then after that, I finished browsing through all of the artist alley and got most of what I want. And I took pictures of some of the artists' booths for information, because some of them just don't have business cards. And I'm gonna be honest, it's one of my pet peeves that if you're at a convention, that I think like as an artist you should have a business card. Whether it be a QR, I think like you should always have a business card. Like if it's not on your display, if it's not like part of like if it's not part of like your booth, like let's say like you have a sign with like all your information on it and it's just there for people to see, that's totally fine. I don't think I mind that all too much, but I prefer being handed like business cards whenever I buy something from you, or your business card is on your table so that I can grab it. Because I've had instances where like I'll get something from an artist, right? And I really, really love it, but then I can't like find them again. Like let's say I want to buy something from them again, and I don't know the artist because they didn't give me their business card, and they only had it like on their like booth. In those instances, I am very like a big advocate for like having a business card regardless. I'm not a fan of QR codes, and I'm not a fan of just having signs on your booth, mainly because like if my phone is dead, then I'm unable to grab like all your information at that time. And some people are there for only 1 day, so it's one of those things where I'm just like, oh, I love it when artists slip their business cards into like the poster, the packaging that I got from them, because it helps me out a lot at the end of the day when I reconvene and like put everything together, because I personally keep those business cards. Like I really do, just I hold on to them and I put them in like big like the gum packs, You know, like the giant like gum packs that are in the plastic containers. I always ask like my coworkers for if because it's gonna be thrown away anyway, right? Because they won't use it. So I ask them to hand me the gum packs whenever they're done. The plastic gum packs so that I can put business cards in them. And I finally outgrew my one of them, so I asked NO for one. So I have a pack of just a bunch of business cards from a bunch of different like places that I like either ran into at a con that I would like to purchase stuff from, or like if I bought it online and they send me their business card. That's A1 for me. I love it when they do that. That being said, 5-foot lamb, you know, walking around at the con. Backpack is full. My hands are full with posters. And I'm holding out for dear life. Right? And I exit this, the artist alley to just go and, like, take a breather and reorganize all my stuff. Make sure that everything's, like, there and I didn't lose it. Oh my god. And this whole entire time while I'm, like, shuffling, like, through the artist alley and, like, struggling to hold stuff, I'm holding a Frappuccino in one hand. Like, I have a whole, like, Starbucks Frappuccino in my right hand. So, in my left hand, I'm holding, like, the Prince bags. Like, the plastic bags that hold all the prints and stuff. So my hands are, like, actually just full, right? And I was carrying cash. I was carrying, like, a good amount of cash on me. I ran through most of my cash. But that's to be expected. I just didn't want to have to deal with, like, bad internet connection in the convention center, because that's always a thing that I'm very weary of. It depends on the convention center, but most of the time, the internet connection for, like, payment systems for the phones and stuff is really slow, or it's, like, being finicky. So I just always have a tendency to bring, like, half cash and half card. In my instance, I was getting annoyed with having to, like, pay in cash, but I used up all my cash eventually on that day. And then I was about to go walk through, like, the rest of the con, but I stopped because I saw my, like, favorite childhood artist, Nachos. I still feel bad because I just cannot pronounce their name, but it's like they are Nachos art. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she has been, like, my biggest, like, influence since I was, like, a child. Basically, since I was a fetus, this woman has been drawing for, like, a decade or so, and I used to follow her on DeviantArt, back in DeviantArt days. And I've actually met her, and I was so excited about meeting her. I didn't remember whether or not it was her or not at the booth, so I had to ask. At first, I just bought, like, a small, like, mini print, but when I realized it was her, I asked if I could buy her art book, and then she signed it for me, and, like, I, like, had a fangirl moment, talking to her about stuff, and she was really, really nice. And yeah, I'm not much of a talker when it comes to, like, meeting people at, like, conventions and stuff, because the environment itself is just not conducive to holding a conversation, right? Like, if you stand in front of somebody's booth, like, you're just gonna take up, like, the possibilities of them having, like, customers and stuff, and I don't want to be, like, in the way of anybody. So I was just trying to, like, talk to her, have a little bit of small talk, and, like, just, like, you know, just fangirl, essentially, about, like, how much, like, of an influence she, like, had on me as a kid and all that stuff. But after that, got a print signed from her. Is my mom burning something? I hope not. I feel like but anyways, I eventually like moved on, right? Went through all my cash. And then I was just like, oh well, I don't want to whip out my credit card because it's in my like backpack pocket because my cosplay did not have pockets. And I will forever hate that I had to deal with having no pockets for the whole day. It was so annoying. It was just a whole ordeal for me. Whipping, like, my phone was in my backpack pocket, and like my wallet was in my backpack pocket. But like I grew up in like places where like if you put your phone in your backpack pocket, someone's gonna steal it. And so then I remembered that I had a watch. And I could just use my watch that had my card information. I could just tap to pay for things. And I was like, oh yeah. Let me just do that instead. I was like, bless. I have this watch that I can just tap and just not have to whip out anything and not touch anything. I just hit my stupid little card and be so happy. But yeah. I, most of the time, I just did that instead. I got a plushie. What else did I get? I got a lot of stuff, actually. I could just show you guys. Beep, 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 boop, bop. This is all the stuff that I got on day 2. And it's cut off. Please hold. Oh, did the music just stop? Yes! YouTube! I did want you to continue the music. Let's see. Let me just pull these up for you guys so you can see. And I don't think I have a pointer. Do I have a pointer? Sorry guys, I'm gonna cover up chat for a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Is that good enough for you guys? Can you see that? Is that okay? Okay. So, and I'm gonna have to pull out a pointer. I'm gonna have to pull up I'll pull up an object that I can just point with. 1 second. I did not think that I would be using a pointer, but it's fine. Okay. We'll just use my fancy logo as a pointer. The top left will be your pointing thing. Your point of reference, I guess. Right, so I got all of this stuff. This is only part 1 of 3. So, as on my Twitter post, I made sure to @ every single artist that I bought stuff from. So I bought 3 prints from KU. It was very, very pretty. I don't think the artists themselves were there, but I just needed to get me a poster of my waifus. And when I mean waifus, I really mean just Hu Tao. But Chen Yu is also just pretty. Or whatever her name is. I just like the art for this one. And then Cinemiku, obviously, it's just a based opinion of mine that Miku's my is my princess for life. And then I got an Ina poster because I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't find a lot of like Niji Sanji prints that I liked. Like there was like maybe one or two people that were like selling like Niji Sanji stuff. And even then, it was just like the individual people rather than like the entire group, and so I just didn't want to get like individual posters of them. Unless like I like really like the art, then I just kind of like caved and just bought the art. But I'm personally a person who enjoys the whole group. All seven members, all 5 members, whatever group number it is. I just like all of them, and I don't like playing favoritism, so I just prefer like getting like group pictures of the characters, unless they're like my Oshi. Like Ina's like basically just my Oshi from Hololive, because she's so cool. I'm not like a super big follower of Hololive, but I enjoy like following like Ina and watching her streams and stuff, because she's very like chillax. And then I got the art book, and then the print that I bought from Nacho's art, and I got some socks from Quinoa Monster. I actually have a bunch of their clothes, so I didn't want to buy any more clothes from them. So I kind of wanted some more socks because they were running like a deal. They were running like a 3 for, I think it was like 3 for 35 or something like that. 3 for like 35 for the socks. So yeah, socks, 10 out of 10. I very much enjoyed these socks. And actually this right here, the Dimitri print, actually was from the VA of Dimitri. Chris Hackney. He was there, and I talked to him for a bit. I mean, I don't really have, like I said, I don't have much to say in terms of like whenever I meet somebody. So like, all I said was like they were like my reason for playing any of the Fire Emblem games, and like I'm basically just biased to the good boy Dimitri until he's no longer good boy. Good boy, but I mean he's hot, so like I'll forgive him. So he signed and autographed the print for me, and I was very happy. But yeah, that was my haul number 1 of day 2. Haul part 2, and that's not even the right one. Haul part 2. I had to I shoved these in my bag because these things actually fit. So top left, Cinnamon Q. I actually followed them for a long time. Last time I met them was, I think, 4 years ago at the same con. And at the time, I bought their card wallet. So I wanted to see if there was anything like they had new and stuff, because I follow a bunch of artists, so it's really hard for me to keep up with all of them. And they had these really cute, like, cinnamon, like, they had a cinnamon roll sticker and My Melody and Kuromi stickers. And like some of them were waterproof and all that stuff. And the one that I wanted was sold out. The person in front of me got it, and so I was very sad. But yeah, I got these, and she gave me a free little postcard and stuff. And this is what I mean when I say like I love getting business cards, because then it just makes my life easier. Because I could just line things up to the right people. The Mad Bunny is from Laura Illustrate, and the Elpis Flower charm from XIV is made by Olivian Art. They had so much like nice like charms. I really wanted to get more, I'ma be honest, but I had to hold myself back because if I had more charms, I don't know where to put them. I want to put them on my phone, on my like keychain, but then like I'll be back at where I was before like I managed to minimalize my keychains. Minimalize my keychain because I used to have like a bunch of stuff on my keys, and I no longer do that anymore. But like I want to show off the charms that I got, so I just put them like on a backpack zipper or like on things that like I use. So this XIV charm is currently just on my desk before I figure out where to put it. And then because it's getting colder, there was like this really cute stand that had like hats and like they had like beanies and like bucket hats, and I love bucket hats because they're cute. But like I already have a bucket hat, I think. Yeah, I think. And I actually only have one beanie because I don't like wearing beanies for the same reason that it messes up, like it always slides off my head because my hair is like long, so it's just like it just slips off my head all the time, but it keeps you warm in the winter. So I just needed another beanie, and this one looks cute, so I just got it. And the store, the studio is called like Pengu-chan Studio. Yeah. This print I got from Meowkuro. Well, actually, these 3 prints off to the side are from like a studio that hosts artists, so they go to convention centers for them. So it's kind of like a group thing. So it was all in one booth. So Meowkuro, and I can't even read that. Diakuromu. I had to get this freaking print. It's so pretty. It's such a nice like painting. I had to get it. I mean, I don't watch Vienna all too much, but I really do enjoy her like character design, and so this art, I just had to grab it. I just had to get it. And these 3 charms I got from @64bloom. Their art is very, very pretty. I wanted to get some prints from them, but I'm really selective on the prints that I get because that means I have to take off some of the prints on my wall. And I'm not like a huge fan of having prints everywhere around my room. I have them in specific places. So yeah, sadly didn't get their prints, but I got their charms because I'm a big fan of like the BT21 Lion Friends series, and I'm also a big old Mapler, so I'm an OG Mapler. So you know, when I saw the slimes, I kind of just had to get it. And then this one is all from the same artist. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't really read that because the thing is just not helping me. Kanomatsu. That's the artist's name. I got all these prints because there was a sale. It was like 8 for like something. It was an 8 for something deal, so I had to get it. And so I got like the people that I mainly watch, so like oh god. My brain is blanking right now. Please hold. I got Kirby, I got Meta Knight. I had Omu, Rosemi, Petra, Millie, Albin, and Shu. I had to get them. I actually enjoy all of them for their own uniqueness and stuff. I'm so sad that this one was the only group one that I saw. Like out of every single like Niji Sanji like paraphernalia thing I could see in the entire artist alley, this is literally the only like group drawing of like the Niji Sanji members, and I was so sad. But I had to get them. All of them were so cute. Rosemi, Homo, Millie, Petra. Yeah. But I think, in terms of that, that's all I had to do, really. I mean, that's all, like, I got that day. I think I'm forgetting... Oh, I forgot to take a picture of my day 3 haul, but it's okay. Day 2 is, like, the longest thing, and it has the most stories. I kept getting stopped a lot whenever, like, I, like, had to... I kept getting stopped a lot because I was in full cosplay. And I got stopped quite a couple of times while I was just, like, walking around and doing my own thing. I mean, it didn't bother me. Because all of them were pretty, like, quick about it. Because they were like, oh, can I get a selfie? Like, can I take a picture with you? I think the funniest one that I have in terms of... Oh, there's two funny ones. So, I'm outside the dealer's hall, reconvening with my friend, just chilling, just minding my own business. And this guy walks up to me and my friend and wants to take a picture of us, like a selfie with the both of us. And my friend, who's in casual cosplay for like this very smaller anime, was like, "Oh, do you know what cosplay I'm wearing? Like, do you know who I am? And he was like, "No, but I'm gonna be honest, I really wanted to ask a picture because you guys are really cute. So, and I wanted to show off to my friend that ditched me that, like, this is what they're missing out on and stuff." And, like, he was very nice and respectful to us, so I said, yeah, sure, why not? And my friend was like, okay. And we asked him, like, oh, what did he want in terms of, like, the selfie, right? Is there anything in particular? He was like, no, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think I would get this far, so, like, any sort of selfie that I can get is okay with me. And I was like, okay. And so I grab his phone and I take the selfie for him. And then he's like, thank you very much, have a nice day. And then that was the end of that interaction. That was very funny. That was like, the most, like... That's the funniest interaction that I got at that con. I think, in my opinion. I don't think I have, like, any other, like, as funny stories. Because that was definitely, like, very, very funny. And, what else? Oh, and, another time where I got stopped in terms of, like, to take a photo with somebody was when, I was sitting down and eating. I was stuffing my face with tater tots, and I was sitting next to the trash can. Because, yes, I'm the kid that sits next to the trash can at conventions. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Sitting next to the trash can is the most convenient thing. And no one will bother you. No one will sit next to the trash can. No one was sitting next to the trash can. So I was just, like, chilling. My friend and I were eating. I was eating my tater tots very happily. And then this guy walks up to me, and he's like, excuse me, excuse me, Shinobu, I know that you're eating. I know that you're eating and all, but I'm really sorry to bother you, but can I take a picture of you? And it was his first time cosplaying and all that stuff, and he was very nice. That was a very nice interaction that I had. But he really liked my cosplay, so I'm very happy that he enjoyed that cosplay. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty low effort on my end. The only effort I put into it was, like, being committed to wearing those pants. I really hated wearing those pants. But yeah, my friends in my room was like, guys, we never took a picture together in cosplay, and I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot about pictures. I never got one of them or you. It's fine. My friend took a picture of me in my drip. Because I was dripping. And, I think in terms of that, that's really, like, all I remember? Oh! Oh my god. So, I have a new unlocked fear, guys. I have a fear of getting hit by objects in like, any sort of convention at now. It's just reverberated in my head. That I am terrified of, I'm terrified of getting hit by people's props, or and really anything. Yeah, like I was walking through like the dealer's hall. And like the dealer's hallway, like the alleyways are a little bit more like bigger. But like there's like a group of girls who were just like standing next to like this like booth with like a bunch of like stuffed animals, and like there wasn't really stuffed animals, it was more like stuffed food. And like one of the girls like was winding up like their they were playing around, and like they weren't playing around like a lot, but like one of the girls had like this big ass like ham stuffed toy, like stuffed animal thing, and it was ham. It was like a giant ham, and I was walking by, right, and she winds this thing up, and then she hits me while she's like reeling it back to hit her friend, and I was so surprised by like getting hit by that piece of ham that I turned around. And she realized that she hit me because her friend was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, she was not trying to hit you on purpose." And I was like, "Oh my god, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I didn't get hurt or anything. It was just a giant, like, plushie that I got hit with. And it was, like, on my shoulder. Like, I got hit in the shoulder and not the face. So it's, like, it was totally fine with me that I, like, got hit by a piece of ham. It was very fun. But, it was a lot of fun. That was a good laugh, I'm gonna be honest. I think that she was very embarrassed by the fact that she hit me. Because I don't think she was expecting to, like, hit anybody. But, to be fair, it's a pretty, like, busy, like, alleyway. Like, it was enough for me to walk around. But, like, obviously if you swung anything around, you probably hit somebody. That unlocked, like, a big fear of mine. So, like, I think on day 3, Eno and I were, like, walking around, and, Eno had to grab my bag, because I kept, like, well, the first half, when we met up, I was walking around, and I, like, flinched back, because there was, like, this giant, like, I think it was a wing or something, because they were, like, they turned really quickly, so I thought I was gonna get hit by it, and I don't want to like break anybody's like prop or anything, so I flinched back and I like bumped myself into like Eno, and I felt really bad. So then they started holding onto my bag and kept dragging me around to make sure that I didn't smack anybody. Well, not that I would smack anybody, but like out of flinching from fear, you know, I would be like very scared of getting hit by somebody, even though I probably wouldn't have gotten hit. I just didn't want to get hit by it. What else? Day 2. Day 2, nighttime. What did I do for day 2, nighttime? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I think day 2, I just ran around. ran around and bought a bunch of stuff. I came out with like some plushies and stuff. One plushie. I got one plushie. Came home, gave it to my daughter. She really, really liked it. And I really think that's like it. I don't think I've got anything else. Yeah. I was very tired after day 2. Very, very tired. But I think that's really it. I think it kind of is a blur for me. I'm trying to remember if there's anything that I like did that was very interesting on that day. No, I didn't do anything else. Day 3, I also didn't do anything else as much. I'll be honest. I literally ran around and did a speed run of like the entire like dealer's hall and artist alley for anything that I missed. And this was when I realized a certain artist did not hand me their business card, so I went to go hunt them down and find their business card or take a picture of their booth of their information. So yeah. I was going to kill them. Not really, but I was down to just run and chase after people. Day 3 was a lot of running around for me. Day 3, I only had an hour for the artist alley and dealer's room. So Enel and I like ran around and tried to just do stuff. We had like 20 minutes to spare, but I think we did very, very well. And yeah. I think that's really like all I can say in terms of like stuff. Oh yeah, and I had to carry around Enno's big stuffed animal. It was very big. I'm not built to be carrying around big stuffed animals. Oh, and day 3, I got a omamori, a lucky charm thing that's like Kermit themed, and then I got a Majima charm, like Majima's in a cone, cause yes. But I think that's about it, really. My man cave room now has friendos on it, and my doges know not to chew them up. Good. That's good. But yeah, I literally think that's it. In terms of like all the things that I did for the convention. There's nothing much I did besides that. There were very nice people there and stuff. They like talk to me and like they did like small talk. I'm not much of a small talk person, I'm gonna be honest, but it was nice being able to have small interactions here and there. But what is there? Is there anything else that I'm thinking about? I don't think there was much of anything else that I had to do. for that convention. I made so much food. I had like tuna salad. I had 4 rice balls made, 4 like onigiris, just at the ready. It was in my lunchbox and everything. I was so happy to just have that there. But yeah, that was my convention adventures. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. But yeah, that's really it. I have nothing else to share. But yeah. Yeah. There's nothing else that I have to share besides that. And I'm now existing. I'm very tired from con. Very, very tired. But it was a lot of fun. Now what to do? Now that my brain's like farted completely. Let me see. Oh my god, no that I know is streaming. No! Oh my god, my eyes. Let me see. We'll find somebody to raid. How about that? Now that my just adding stream is done and stuff. Is there anything in particular you guys want to be watching or like type of atmosphere? Please let me know. If not, I will decide myself and find somebody to go bother. In the spirit of Halloween, would you guys want to watch somebody like do something scary? Or, like Final Fantasy or something? You want something spooky? Sounds like a fun time. Alright, let's follow. Let's go and find somebody to raid. Let's go raid this other smaller VTuber. Who goes by the name I forgot that when I press spacebar it does that. Echo. Eat. Hopefully this works. Have a good time over there. She's very nice. Treat her very well. She's a fish, so treat fish well, okay? Bye, guys. Have a great day.